With over 200 Marvel Snap cards, you can make quintillions of different 12-card decks. Some are good, some are bad, and some are just okay. And today I'll be doing a speedrun that covers all of it. Here are the rules. Find 10 decks from Untapped's meta tier list with at least one of them from each tier. Playing ladder, win one game with every single deck. The third and most important rule is have fun. The first and most certainly worst deck is Agatha. And as you probably could have guessed, the first few games did not go very well. Game 1 lost. Unfortunately, did I? Game 2 lost. Nice. And Game 3, both me and my internet lost. Do I just lose? I just lose. Of course I just lose. Starting with 2 losses and a disconnect was not ideal, but we kept the spirits high and headed into the 4th attempt with even higher hopes. We start off with Wave, making this a decent hand, however Hell's Kitchen gives my opponent just what they need. Nebula. The location is like Hela, and our opponent decides to punch us in the face even harder with Zabo on 2. But Agatha doesn't care, and we go ahead and play Wave mid, allowing anything to be played on turn 4. It's not really anything though, since Agatha will always play herself when possible, and this game is no different. She opts to give up the left lane, which our opponent just turned into flooding, and that is definitely an interesting choice. It seems to have paid off though, as our opponent snapped and played Negasonic. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Unfortunately, even though after that play I would 100% trust Agatha to win this game, it's now in my hands. Do I just Loki? Sure. Let's snap. Let's snap. We get all their good cards at a discount. That is what Loki does. And it is very powerful. The main reason I wanted to play Loki here instead of, say, Taskmaster is because I could possibly get their Negasonic and destroy whatever they play. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But working with what I got, I decided to play Echo mid, Iron Lad mid, and Super Scroll right. I opted to keep Nebula in my hand in case Iron Lad hit Devil Dinosaur. I don't like that. Okay, this is fine. Easily winnable. Come on, hit that dino. Damn it. Okay, what is it? Oh no, Cosmo. What is it? What is this card? He scrolled my scroll. Nice. There we go. First win, let's go. Winning the first game in just under 4 minutes puts us at a decent start as we head into the 9th deck, Electro ramp. We start the first game with Electro in hand and it looks promising, but as soon as my opponent played Mind Stone on 1 with Mojo World in play, I had to leave. That's okay though, as we are on to the next game very fast. Speaking of next game, it's looking promising as we have Electro in hand once again. I decide to snap after I drew Arnim Zola and my opponent plays Black Widow, meaning they're either playing Junk or Darkhawk. Okay, we don't want to play it there. I play Electro left and Widow's Bite right, leaving space for Panther, Zola, and Odin middle. Those plans are further out the window than Mars though, as my opponent just played Debris. Instead, we play Sandman left, hoping to draw Doom or find another way to win, such as you hitting the subscribe button right now. They give me a Green Goblin right, which is the perfect target for Odin to send right back over. That's exactly what happened, and my opponent is even kind enough to give their Goblin one more negative power with Spider-Woman. Here I have 2 realistically good options. I could play Chavez right and hope to win the tiebreaker, or play Goliath and hope I guess where they play correctly. I opt to play Chavez right, knowing they probably can't put up 17 points of power. To win tiebreaker here? We'll see. Whoa. I win. Wow, that was fast. That was basically the first game with Electro ramp. Let's go. I lost. What? Even though I won, the game showed my rank go down, making me need to check the VOD to see if I really won or not. Luckily I did, but that cost me 2 minutes. Remember that. 2 minutes is a really long time, but finally, we started playing with the 8th deck, Cerebro 5. And when you play Cerebro, you are guaranteed to get at least one anti-Cerebro location in your game. For the first one, it was Nidavellir. I tried my best, but I ended up retreating on turn 6 as there was just too many ways to lose. I never win. There's not really, I don't see a single way I win that game actually. But we didn't let one bad location ruin the run, so we head into the second Monster Island. That is so sad. Since Mirror Island was the second location, we were actually able to try and make it a Cerebro 10 game. This was further helped by the mirror dimension giving me another monster. Even with all that though, it still wasn't enough and I ended up retreating once again on turn 6. Never wins. This never wins. Damn it. The Cerebro 10 dream is over. Maybe for the third game with this deck we won't get another bad location. Are you f***ing kidding me? Now that it's confirmed you'll never be able to pull off a normal Cerebro game, I'll just have to live with it. Luckily, this particular Cerebro deck functions quite well even if you can't use Cerebro, which is why I stay in and I play Lizard right. My opponent plays Jeff, and after Nidavellir reveals, my only hope is Cerebro 12 in the right lane. That dream is promptly thrown out the window as I play Spider-Man right. Armor and Spidey end up in the left lane, and I have a few good options here. Ultimately, I decide to play Titania and Polaris right. Oh, he's playing Shuri deck? My opponent plays the best thing split I've ever seen, hitting Lizard and Polaris. Once again, we have a few good options here, and I decide to play Enchantress left and Miles Morales mid. I'm not sure what he's gonna do here. If I draw a Lyeth, that would be nice. He's not stuck right, because he can move Jeff. That's Misty Knight or Sunspot? It's Misty Knight, okay. We end up drawing a Lyeth, and after a bit of thought, we play him right to hopefully destroy his Hulk. Oh, no. Not good for him. Oh, that was Miles Morales? It's Abomination? No. I win? Maybe? Yes, I win. Okay, nice. Let's go. After that surprising win, we move on to the 7th deck, Pheonix Force. We're up against Thursday on a Monday, and the game starts out with Collapsed Mine and both players passing. I've built a time machine to skip to turn 4, and we have Forge and Nimrod in hand with Elysium in play. That's very nice. We end up playing Forge mid and Nimrod left. Forge will bounce back, so he'll be able to use his ability again. They played Man-Thing right and Cerebro left, meaning this is definitely a Cerebro 5 deck. I decide to destroy the Nimrod with Venom and play Pheonix Force to hopefully get a Nimrod or Forge back. I guess in case it's like Deathlock and I get Zola. Sure, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. If it's Nimrod, I also want it mid because then Venom destroys it first. Okay, that's sad. That is a nice magic though, and a very nice Luke Cage. This guy's got the best variants. All right, I wanted to pull the Nimrod. Give me another Nimrod. That is, I don't know what I expected, to be honest. I forgot that I destroyed all those. Whoops. Okay. For turn 6, my plan was, and still is, to Zola the Venom. Yeah, I mean, this is just too good. And then he thinks I'll null, and yeah. I mean, I don't see how he thinks he'll win this game unless he has like a Shang-Chi or something. I don't know. What? What? Cerebro 9? This guy's cooking something. I don't know what it is. Even with this Cerebro 5 turned into Cerebro 7, it was just not enough to overpower my Venom. Is he gonna Shang me? That would be sad. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my god, he won. Oh my. Never mind. Let's pretend that never happened and hop into the first game with this deck. I'm glad I'm not playing Cerebro anymore because Monster Island is once again the first location. We have Phoenix Force and Human Torch in the hand, meaning if we draw any of our destroy cards, this game is made in the shade. We end up drawing Carnage on 2, meaning we don't even need to play Human Torch this turn. My opponent naively plays Armor in the left lane, giving me almost no worries about playing Human Torch and Carnage next turn. That went off without a hitch, and my opponent plays Mr. Fantastic into the negative zone. I snap on 4, as this is the prime time for my opponent to retreat. That didn't happen though, and instead they played Khazar right. I decided to move Phoenix Force from mid to left and play Nimrod right. They ended up playing Claw left, meaning I'd win even if I didn't play there. After some thought, I decided to keep Human Torch where he was, and committed hard into the right and left lanes by playing Venom right and Deathlock mid. Not lose too much. I'm still gonna find a way though. Don't worry. I am nervous. What is he gonna do? Oh, I should turn on game audio. What am I doing? How am I playing without that? Reality Stone into World Chip. Okay. What is this card? Okay, I'm fine. Let's go! Phoenix Force done. Now that we've completed Phoenix Force, we head into the 6th deck. Sticking with the C tier, it's Darkhawk. We start off hot with Zabu in hand, and both players pass. My opponent plays Medusa mid, so it's probably a real Cerebro 5 deck this time. Although now that they played Storm, I'm thinking it could be a Guardians of the Galaxy deck. One thing we do know is most Storm decks run Eliath. Right, so it's fine. Might be Negasonic or something. Echo! What? If you couldn't already tell by my borderline screaming, they played Echo, which disabled my Man-Thing. For turn 5, I decided to play Luke Cage left and Shadow King mid, which brought Medusa down to 2 power. It would be 2 insane Cerebro decks in a row. He's just expecting the opponent to Shadow King. Okay, no, it's not Cerebro anymore. A Doom left will be Lad, who is now Jeff, in the right lane. And that leaves my opponent with practically no way to win 2 lanes this game. Outcome here. And he's going to be very disappointed when I casserole him if he does that. Please be alive. Oh, it's so mean. Oh, it's so gross. But the casserole tastes very nice. Now that I've just baked a very delicious casserole, we are heading up to the B tier to play my personal favorite deck, Elsa Bounce. Oh, I'm playing Iron Man. Oh, I don't usually do that. Alright, we'll try something new today. Since we have Elsa, this hand is quite good. We can play Elsa left on 2, then Hood and Falcon left on 3 to get that sweet, sweet Elsa buff. That plan is gone now that my Hood is a pig and won't get picked up by Falcon. Talk about, very sad. And since I didn't draw any 1-drops, I decided to play Elsa mid. My opponent played Luke Cage left, I drew, and played Bishop mid. My opponent played Iceman, which further decreased the value of my already terrible pig, and I decided to play Mysterio mid and Falcon right, setting up for a turn 5 Iron Man and a turn 6 Chavez. My opponent played a mystery card mid with a max value of 4 energy, and I continued with my plan of playing Iron Man. My opponent played Super Skrull right, copying my Iron Man, but they still didn't think they had enough, so they retreated on turn 6. First game, absolutely demolished. Now that we've won with Bounce, we will move on to Patriot to try and get a 4th win in a row. We start off with Subterranea, and I want to punch my monitor, but instead I punch the snap button in hopes of my opponent retreating. They stay in, but the second location reveals White Hot Room, which is pretty good for me since I can fill it by turn 3. My opponent played Nebula right, making Shadow King salivate, which he'll continue to do for the rest of the game as he gets shuffled back into the deck. We ended up playing Forge and Khazar on turn 4, past turn 5, and here on turn 6, it didn't look too good, so we retreated. Yeah, I can't win. I can't win, so I'm gonna get out of here. Oh no! What? Oh no, he left! Unfortunately, if we had simply played the game out, we would have won, as our opponent also retreated. But instead of that, we have to continue playing Patriot until we get a win. The first two locations are quite good for a Patriot deck, and I decide to play Invisible Woman right. Oh, he's got the new Falcon, that's nice. This game got even better after we drew Patriot, but it started to go downhill after my opponent played Green Goblin. We hid Blue Marble right, but he played Loki and was able to do this on the final turn. Okay. Ultron, uh-oh. Do I lose? Wasp, okay, I think I lose. Wait, no, I win. Oh, let's go. Oh, we won. Let's go. That's right. I totally tricked you and didn't just forget that I won that game. 23. Very good. And the fist bump. Love the good sportsmanship. And with Patriot out of the way, we move up to the A tier to play the third deck, Hela Tribunal. We start off with Hela and Invisible Woman in hand, meaning if we draw MODOK, we've basically won. Oh, we did the exact same thing. What the heck? Both me and my opponent played Invisible Woman mid, and now that they've played Magic, it's almost certainly a mirror match. Even though I had Jubilee in hand, I decided to skip turn 4 as I didn't want to risk her pulling MODOK. Although in hindsight, I do think playing Jubilee mid was a better play. Luckily, it didn't matter as we top decked MODOK anyway. We of course follow this up with Hela under Invisible Woman, and I assume my opponent has Lat, MODOK, and Hela under theirs. We'll find out if my assumption was correct after I play Crystal right and Jubilee left. Marvel. Oh, is this an ongoing deck? Oh, it's an ongoing deck. Oh, that's sick. Look at that variant. Infinite? It is Infinite. Let's go. Let's see how this goes. Hit priority. Super Scroll. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not good. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm gonna get destroyed. Wait. Is it winnable? I don't know what's gonna happen here. Oh no. It's not winnable. You got the answer to your cat. Oh. Now that we've lost by about as much power as physically possible, it's time to try again. This game was not off to a hot start as we had nothing good in hand on 1 and my opponent played Nebula instantly. But it started to shape up as we drew Invisible Woman on 2 and Crystal on 3. My opponent played Wave and I decided to play Giganto left instead of MODOK right to give me more flexibility. Luckily it worked out and my opponent played Professor X right, which would have absolutely demolished my MODOK Hela combo. Then I played Jubilee mid in hopes of pulling Iron Man, in which case I would follow it up with Onslaught mid and Tribunal left. Obviously it pulled Hela instead and my opponent played Sandman. I decided to play Tribunal left and play Iron Man there on turn 7 since he's the only card in my deck and I know I'll draw him. They played Lad, which hit a useless Orca, and I drew Iron Man and played him left, just as planned. It's about 14. 13 or 14. Either way, it's not enough. So I kind of just screwed myself then? Why did I play Tribunal? You played Tribunal because you're better at math when you aren't doing it. I'm adding 15 more. I'm adding 5 in each lane, so it's 17. You know what? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. He's just going to play Orca mid, and I'm sad. 20! I really just don't know how to count, actually. After that completely calculated win, it's time to move up to the second deck, High Evolutionary. We started off with a pretty bad hand, and this time, the game didn't get any better. The first 2 locations were Kamartaj and Weir World, but you wouldn't know that because I'm a terrible streamer. Just don't call me that. Oh, it's another Cerebro 5 deck? Why am I... can't see in anything? Anyways, we had none of our big cards, and we were up against a Cerebro 5 deck, which was absolutely terrible for me. They could have just not drawn a Hulk or Infinite, and that's the bottom 2 cards of the deck. Actually, no, I just lose to anything. We had to take the L on that one, but sub-power might still be possible with the right luck. And we started off with said luck with an incredible hand for the first location, which was Sinister London. I of course play Sunspot there since he'll likely be more than 7 power, which is decent enough for Sinister London. I top deck and play Misty Knight left, and he gets 2 Jeps. We're just gonna Cosmo left? Oh my god. Oh! Infinite. While I was still grieving the loss of Infinite, I played Jeff left, and they played Nebula. I drew She-Hulk on 4, so I decided to pass, giving both my Sunspots 4 power and reducing my She-Hulk's cost by 4. Do we just do this and then full pass? He's just gone. Let's go. He's just gone. And with that very interesting victory done, we head into the first, final, and best deck according to Untapped.gg's meta tier list, Shuri. But the real question is, can I win one game in less than 6 minutes to complete the run in less than 1 hour? Let's find out. We start off with a very good hand, and once again, it gets better after his Quinjet is the victim of an unsafe bridge. But unfortunately, Mirror Dimension took all my hope and shattered it faster than the speed of light, and we ended up getting absolutely rolled. If he took my armor, he could play it mid. I can't. Yeah, I gotta leave. And so we headed into the next game, hoping to win it in less than 4 minutes. But realizing I probably wasn't going to win that one either, I decided to make a fast escape and headed to the next game with only 1.5 minutes of time loss. We had less than 2 minutes to beat this Pixel 11 player, and by turn 2, it was down to 1. Almost all hope of the sub-hour dream was lost, but in a last-ditch effort, I decided to snap after I played Typhoid Mary with 15 seconds left on the clock. Oh, let's go. We snap this. He's gonna Cosmo me. 100% guaranteed, but that's okay. Then we're probably just gonna Chavez left. Although, literally anything else is better, I have to do it. Ah, sub-hour dream is gone. No. And unfortunately, the sub-1 hour dream was dead. At least for now. But this run still isn't over, and I still need to win this game. So let's get it over with. Okay, we're gonna Chavez right. Because, I mean, this guy's name. Emote if you like pixels. I gotta emote. Oh, I lost. I guess we're gonna be here for a little bit longer after that unfortunate loss. This deck is not working out so far. I feel like Shuri is mostly luck. I mean, it's either you draw your combo or you don't. And then after that, you still need to win. And there's just a bunch of ways they can counter you. Let's go! That was easy. Easy way to win. Turn 1 retreat. 1 minute, 34 seconds above an hour. And there it is. Marvel Snap's first ever worst to best speedrun. And remember how I thought I lost that one game due to a visual bug? I lost? What? Yeah, that cost me 2 minutes, and if that hadn't happened, this would have been a sub-hour run on the first attempt. But it did, and that's okay. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe by clicking this button here, and if you want to see more very similar content, you can click this button right here, and you will see my most recent video. If you would like to see the full, unedited speedrun, you can click right here, and if you'd like to subscribe to my VODs channel, you can click right here. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate it, and remember to have fun.